Dobro Jutro, Divine Pisces, 222. It is Tuesday, November 26, 2019. I'll go ahead and do an energy check-in for the Twin Flames today. Okay, first of all, there's a lot of sexual energy in the air right now. A lot. And I feel like also, just in general, Divine Feminine becoming incredibly passionate about her vocation and about her mission and about the things in her life that she's trying to fulfill. I feel almost like a renewed passion here. So almost like a recent trigger has really opened this up for Divine Feminine. Okay? Divine Masculine also kind of in a state of wanting to move forward. Not 100% sure of how he's going to do that. Still kind of feeling a little bit discombobulated, I feel, from these recent triggers that have happened with Divine Masculine. But I do see he is watching Divine Feminine and waiting for her to make her move before he makes his. There's definitely a lot of love in these connections right now, a lot of sexual energy, a lot of love, kind of understanding the dynamic of the connection and understanding what unconditional love means, and also understanding that the whole point of the journey is in fact self-love, right? So a lot of that coming to light now, I do feel, with both twins. Divine Feminine kind of already knew this, but I feel like Divine Feminine, though she knew that, though she was aware of the point, I think it took her a while to actually get to that stage of true self-love and understanding that she doesn't need validation, she doesn't need acceptance, she doesn't need emotional fulfillment from anyone other than herself. Okay? And I do feel that's where this is headed right here. Okay? It's almost like just a renewed sense of passion for herself, which, is bringing about more understanding of the journey, more understanding of herself, more understanding of the connection, everything she's been through, past lives and that sort of thing, and all of these cycles kind of culminating into one and just bringing better understanding of everything, right? And that's a powerful thing. And I do feel a lot of Divine Feminines going through ascension right now, while Divine Masculines still going through awakenings and transformations and dark night of the soul and that sort of thing. Divine Feminine, has really ignited herself, feeling fulfilled within herself, and kind of embracing this new understanding of the journey and of what she's supposed to be doing, right? So almost like a return to loyalty again for the journey. I do feel there was a little bit of a hiccup for some twins here recently, maybe like a false step or a little bit of a stumble, kind of bringing about some doubt and some fear and some uncertainty as far as the connection and the journey and the mission and everything goes. But yeah, whatever this was that triggered this is just bringing about a brand new loyalty to herself and to her journey, and it's a wonderful thing. I do feel a lot of Divine Masculines are also coming into realization of themselves and really, really understanding a little bit more about their self-fulfillment here. Because a lot of Divine Masculines, of course, in denial about not really necessarily the connection at this point. It's almost like Divine Masculine is deceiving himself that he's happy, or at least trying to. And Divine Feminine kind of was in this energy for a hot minute. I think a lot of Divine Feminines were feeling very, very guilty about taking care of themselves first, or were made to feel guilty for taking care of themselves first. And so it's almost like it sparked them out of that energy and into a deeper understanding of their self-worth. Okay? And so Divine Masculine's kind of going through that right now. Kind of in denial that, you know, they should be happy, therefore they feel guilty that they're not, so they're trying to be in denial that they're happy, that they're not happy. Does that make sense? It's really a paradox here. Divine Masculine is a little conflicted right now. I definitely feel that. But there's obviously a lot of sexual energy with these connections. And Dark Night of the Soul, man, it produces this too. Okay, so if your counterpart's going through Dark Night of the Soul, you're probably feeling this. But it also just is going back and forth. I mean, sexual energy is a good thing. It's good for manifesting. It brings up the vibration. So it's not a bad thing. It can be a little annoying at times, especially when you're at work, whatever, you know, it can be kind of annoying, but it's a thing. I mean, that's going to continue, I think, for quite a while, honestly. I don't think the sexual energy is going anywhere, so might as well get used to it. Alright, let's take a look at Divine Masculine. Oh, I got the Kipper deck. I'm so excited. Been wanting the Kipper deck for a while, so I just said screw it. I'm gonna get it. I got it along with my mini ring light, which I absolutely love. It's so cute. And it's perfect for my needs. Alright, Divine Masculine, where are we at here? Okay. Well, that's interesting. Alright, so we've got main male here. Alright, Divine Masculine, again, just kind of coming into more realization of himself and what he needs to do here. I feel like a lot of Divine Masculines absolutely in denial of everything. Wanting to continue with the facade, wanting to continue with, you know, this lifestyle that they are used to out of fear and doubt and denial. Again, past life cycles, guys. Like, I'm talking many, many life cycles, you know, of codependency, specifically having to do with money right now, and choosing that over self, basically, over self-fulfillment, over self-happiness, over self-love, really, love in general. And I do feel this cycle is continuing right now. And Divine Masculine, I do feel, again, there's a lot being illuminated here, okay? There are some choices that need to be made for his own good, really, for his own highest good. Okay? And I do feel Divine Masculine has been working at something, definitely. Been trying to bring something together. It's kind of going back and forth between, no, I'm good where I'm at, and then I'm not good where I'm at, and I need to work towards something else. So right now, it's like Divine Masculine, again, kind of in a little bit of denial about his happiness, but at the same time, working on something, working towards something. There's something that is going to be coming into fruition very, very soon. Now, it could be literally work. It could be spiritual work. It could be a karmic situation that is coming to an end that he's been working on. It could be something that he's working on to bring forward, some sort of offer, that sort of thing, okay? So keep that in mind. It could be a multitude of things, but I do feel there's a lot more going on behind the scenes with Divine Masculine right now than meets the eye, obviously. Right? But a lot of them, you know, there's family issues, there's family ties, there's Maybe they have a family, they have children. There's some sort of wedge here that they constantly have to keep that facade for. So it's like they're trying to find the balance between their happiness and other people's happiness, and it's really hard to do that. I mean, honestly, if your family can't accept the fact that you're not happy and that you need to do something else for your highest good, regardless of what anyone else thinks, that doesn't seem very loving to me. Now, keep in mind, like, there are a lot of families out there that do have expectations of their children, okay? A lot of parents have expectations of their children, absolutely. And there may be some parents out there who are so judgmental that will literally cut off their children if they go against any sort of expectation. But, you know, if you're living in fear of that, so you can't be happy, you can't be yourself for fear of that, is it really worth hanging on to? That's what you got to ask yourself, Divine Masculine. I mean, realistically, most parents would want their children to be happy, regardless of what they do, regardless of what they feel, regardless of who they are. Most, okay? Not all. Alright, so keep that in mind. But I do feel that Divine Masculine is absolutely afraid of this. Whatever this expectation is, absolutely terrified of that. Because of this. Okay? There's a choice that needs to be made. A big one. Regarding his own happiness, absolutely. But also regarding the connection, and he knows it. And I do feel that this is where most of this is coming from here, is absolute fear. And acceptance. You know, I kind of talked about this before, where Divine Masculine has been kind of programmed to basically live up to other people's expectations. And so when he disappoints them, he feels like he's a disappointment to everyone, to his family, and a disappointment to himself. So it's like he takes on other people's expectations as his own, right? But he understands that there needs to be a choice here. There is a choice here. And I am getting third party here, absolutely. There's third party. It could be a person, could be family, whatever. But Divine Masculine is in this energy of deciding what he wants to do. Okay? Does he want to stay where he's at? Does he want to move forward? Does he want to settle for a karmic situation where he's not fully happy, but maybe secure, maybe, you know, comfortable, whatever, comfort zone? Or does he want to break out of that and move toward Divine Feminine? So there is a choice that needs to be made here, guys. There is a choice, okay? But I am telling you right now, this is on Divine Masculine's mind. Big time. Right here. Boom. Okay? But so is this. Okay? I feel like it's been in the works for a while. There's a lot going on behind the scenes here, right? So that he can see clearly for himself and for his highest good. Alright, let's take a look at Divine Feminine. And I gotta go. I'm gonna go look at apartments today, guys. Moving on up. Yeah, Divine Feminine. High Priestess. Now that's interesting. So with the Divine Masculine, we had the main male, which is basically Divine Masculine. And in this deck, we have the High Priestess for Divine Feminine, which is Divine Feminine. Okay. So yeah, Divine Feminine, returning a loyalty to herself. I do feel this. Really becoming, like, you know, more adept at manifesting, becoming more fruitful in her mission, listening to spirit, opening up that third eye, you know, getting all these downloads, learning even more about herself and more about the journey. And, you know, I do feel some of you probably learned quite a bit about your Divine Masculine, maybe not completely from them, okay, but from other people. And this has kind of revamped or re-upped your commitment to yourself and to your journey here, okay? I do feel there's a lot of deception still in these connections. Divine Feminine may not fully be in her truth to Divine Masculine either, okay? There's a lot going on behind the scenes that Divine Masculine probably doesn't know about with Divine Feminine, okay? And Divine Feminine doesn't feel necessarily that, you know, she should have to reveal that completely, maybe. I mean, there are some trust issues in these connections, guys. Big trust issues, okay? And some of it does stem from past life stuff, but some of it does stem from, like, current life stuff. Maybe you were in a situation where your counterpart is not fully honest with you, and so you're having issues trusting them. Or maybe there are patterns and cycles that you see in them that they may have been repeating with you, and so you're at a point where you're not really quite sure if you should be fully honest. Now, that being said, I always feel like honesty is the best policy, no matter what anybody else thinks. I'm always very honest with what I feel and what I think. But there are times where I don't say things when I probably should. But that's just the way that I am. I'm very non-confrontational. But I do feel Divine Feminine is also trying to make a decision for her highest good, trying to move forward accordingly. Understanding that her happiness is not where she is right now, and wanting to find that inner fulfillment, wanting to find that love, that peace, that joy, you know, wanting to get out of whatever conflict that she's in, because I do feel Divine Feminine, a lot of Divine Feminines are in conflict right now. Maybe not fully within a karmic situation, but even just within themselves. And I do feel like these situations, whatever they may be, are causing a lot of anxiety. Could be money issues. Maybe you want to move, but you can't. You feel like you can't. Or maybe you're feeling this from your Divine Masculine. Maybe there's so much going on with Divine Masculine that's bleeding over into you. And keep in mind, you're always mirroring, right? So if there's something going on with him, there's something going on with you. You're mirroring all the time. Okay? So I do feel Divine Feminine probably needs to just hunker down, go forward in confidence and stop being so afraid to fall. You know, set your intentions, manifest your outcome, and the how will present itself. Okay? The how will present itself, and you will be able to move, because Divine Feminine is very passionate about this. She wants that new beginning. She wants freedom. She wants to be able to be herself without fear or judgment or resentment. She wants to be able to move forward. She wants a new start with her Divine Masculine. But first, she needs to find that new start with herself. Right? So there's that sexual energy again. Right? Now, some of you, there may be triggers coming that may trigger the ending of cycles too, okay? But these cycles are definitely ending. Karmic cycles, patterns, past life karma, whatever. It's all ending. It is. It's ending, okay? So be prepared. Be prepared, Divine Feminine. All right, let's get some messages from your counterpart. Okay. Alright. Let's get some advice from the universe. Not sure what that was. Alright, so yeah, a lot of you are definitely going through transformations right now. Kind of coming into that spiritual intelligence, emotional intelligence, going through ascensions, that sort of thing, okay? Connecting with your spirit guides more, Probably getting more and more downloads as you expand your knowledge to the, with the spiritual aspect of everything, right? And it's helping you feel a little bit more powerful within yourself, like, because you know that your gifts, pretty much everything comes from source, and you can manifest it yourself, and understanding that you are protected and guided. Okay, it does make you feel not so alone when you know that. You don't feel so lost when you can call on source or your spirit team to help you out. You don't feel so lost. You feel loved, and you feel balanced, and you feel abundant, and you feel happy. You feel happiness, right? Because you know that you're not alone, and you can move forward anytime you want. You're keeping yourself stuck if you don't think that, right? So a lot of balance coming, I do feel, for Divine Feminine. Really, really working on this. There is still some dark night of the soul energy floating around, absolutely. Some of this is definitely from Divine Masculine. Very conflicted about certain decisions they need to make, they want to make, they don't want to make, what have you. But again, everything that's happening is supposed to be happening. It's all divinely guided. It's all divinely timed. All the lessons that need to be learned are there for a purpose. Okay? So just have faith. Have faith. Everything will be fine. Everything will fall into place as you do the work. Okay? And I guess that's it. Alright, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have resonated with this, please like, share, subscribe, and I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.